Thanks for tuning in for another segment of Fix It or Ignore It here with me, Art Canfield of Centennial Wealth Advisory. Love having you here and love talking about all these different topics in here with Fix It or Ignore It. Remember, years ago, my dad taught me if we take really good care of vehicles, as him and I were passionate about working together in the garage and making sure we're not ignoring those signs that those vehicles are giving us, hopefully they can work for us for a long time and provide transportation and value and stuff over time. So that's when I think of fixing something, keeping up on that maintenance versus just turning a blind eye and letting it rot away or something like that. So when I think of finances, a question that oftentimes when folks come in for the first time, or people ask questions, is they're unsure if they can retire. And it sounds challenging. At first when I think of that, I'm like, how can somebody not know that? But it's also the world that I live in, right? It's the world, it's what we do all the time here at Centennial Advisors. We help people plan for their retirement. So it's interesting doing some reading out there that there was a study done by TIAA recently, and they determined and surveyed many different folks, and about a quarter of people had no idea how much they saved for retirement. Almost a quarter people have no idea what they have in retirement savings. And that included 24% of people that were currently retired and about 22% that were leading into retirement. So a quarter of people that are currently retired have no idea what they have in savings. So I can understand why many people are unsure if they can retire if they don't even know what they have in savings. And that's just one piece of the puzzle, right? So why is this important? What can we fix or ignore about this? Well, ignoring it, we can just keep working. If we're unsure, right? We can keep working because we don't know, and that's just what we know to do. Or we can fix it. We can look at this and start building a retirement plan to determine if we can retire, when, and what does that look like? Or maybe what adjustments do we need to make in the meantime so that we can do that? I often say, for us, retirement planning is like putting together a 1,000-piece puzzle, but without the picture on the box to know what we're doing. So for you out there trying to tackle this yourself and look at this, it can be overwhelming. When you don't know exactly what that picture looks like and you have all these different pieces that you're moving around, it's understandable you're not sure where those pieces fit in and what that looks like. So again, develop a budget. If you don't already have one now, put one in place for while you're still working. And then what does that budget look like in retirement? Do expenses go down? Do they go up? And so you have to have an idea what you think you need to spend, so then we can start working backwards from there. Then we can start building out a retirement plan. What does Social Security look like? Are you fortunate enough to still have a pension? And then what is retirement savings today? And what do we need to adjust it to make sure it meets those needs so it generates a paycheck for you? Retirement is a big change, right? It's not only a change personally where you're stopping going into work and you're stopping that paycheck, but it's a switch in how you're probably going to be living, how you're going to be spending your time. So again, this is a big fix it or ignore it. And so if you're somebody out there that's unsure if you can retire, now's the time. Now's the time to start looking at this. I don't care if you're 30 years old, 40 years old, 50 years old, or 70 years old. If you're unsure, let's look at this. Don't live through this uncertainty. Don't be afraid to look into this piece. That puzzle there, wouldn't it be neat to start putting together that puzzle so you can start to see what that looks like? Again, I hope you choose to fix this so you can plan to retire well.